now to a major shakeup in the world of sports. So earlier today, the FBI announced charges against Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier in connection to separate but related gambling charges. Also charged today, former Cleveland Cavalier guard Damon Jones.
The NBA has just detonated a bombshell that's shaking the entire sports world to its core. 24 clubs have been hit with lifetime bans in what's being called the largest gambling scandal in league history. We're talking about a web so deep that it stretches from NBA locker rooms to underground poker dens run by organized crime. The Portland Trail Blazers and Miami Heat are at the center of it all, and federal agents say this is only the beginning of a massive, multi-million-dollar takedown that could redefine the future of professional basketball. It all started with a quiet morning in late October 2025. Federal agents launched a coordinated raid across 11 states, arresting more than 30 people linked to what investigators describe as a sophisticated illegal gambling empire. Inside one of the seized facilities, agents uncovered evidence connecting NBA coaches, players, and even front office insiders to rigged poker operations and insider betting rings. The FBI confirmed that this wasn't some small underground hustle. It was a national network tied directly to 4 notorious New York crime families: the Bonanno, Gambino, Lucchese, and Genovese organizations. According to the FBI, these groups had infiltrated professional sports at the highest levels, using NBA personnel as bait in schemes worth tens of millions. At the center of this storm stands Chauncey Billups, a 5-time All-Star, NBA Finals MVP, and head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. Federal agents arrested him at his Portland home just hours after he coached a game. Across the country in Florida, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier was detained in his hotel room. Both men were taken into custody as part of an ongoing FBI investigation into sports betting and organized crime. What makes this story even wilder is that Billups isn't just accused of knowing about these operations. Prosecutors claim he was one of the faces used to lure wealthy targets into high-stakes poker games that were secretly rigged using advanced technology. These weren't normal games. Think of poker tables equipped with X-ray cameras hidden under the felt, shuffling machines modified to identify every card in the deck, and contact lenses that could read invisible markings. According to prosecutors, the players running the operation used Bluetooth-enabled devices and secret tapping codes to communicate with accomplices outside the room. The FBI says they were able to predict and manipulate outcomes with near-perfect accuracy, stealing millions from victims who thought they were simply playing cards with an NBA legend. Billups allegedly received tens of thousands of dollars per night as a celebrity face card, a term prosecutors used to describe stars brought in to attract high-rolling victims. The victims, often tech investors and hedge fund executives, believed they were playing friendly games with sports icons. In reality, they were being played. Court documents detail that when some refused to pay, the mob-backed enforcers stepped in with threats, property damage, and even violence. These weren't rumors. FBI Director Kash Patel personally announced the arrests, calling it one of the most significant sports-related criminal enterprises in U.S. history. And this wasn't the only scheme uncovered. The second operation involved insider betting, an even more direct attack on the integrity of the NBA itself. The FBI alleges that players and coaches were leaking confidential injury reports, lineup changes, and planned rest days to gamblers before they became public. This allowed bettors to place prop bets that were almost guaranteed to win. 7 NBA games between 2023 and 2024 are now under review, with over $500,000 in confirmed illegal winnings. The most shocking example centers around Terry Rozier, also known as Scary Terry. Investigators claim that before a 2023 game against the Pelicans, Rozier secretly texted an associate saying he planned to bow out early in the first quarter with a head check. Just hours later, that's exactly what happened. Rozier left after 9 minutes, claiming an injury. And every single underbet placed on his performance hit perfectly. That's not coincidence, that's coordination. FBI surveillance later caught Rozier and his associate counting cash in his garage, allegedly his share of the winnings. Even more damning, there's evidence that Billups might have played a role beyond the poker tables. Investigators found text messages suggesting he leaked internal Trailblazers strategy before a March 2023 game against the Chicago Bulls. That tip allegedly led to over $100,000 in bets placed on Chicago to win, a bet that cashed easily after Portland's key starters were mysteriously benched. It's the kind of move that makes fans question whether every missed shot or last-minute substitution they've seen was truly part of the game, or part of the con. The NBA's response was immediate and severe. Within hours of the arrests, the league handed out lifetime bans to 24 clubs and personnel connected to the investigation. Commissioner Adam Silver emphasized that protecting the integrity of the game was non-negotiable. "This league was built on trust," Silver said in a statement. "And when that trust is broken, the damage is immeasurable." The Portland Trail Blazers placed Billups on indefinite leave, and the Miami Heat did the same with Rozier before his arrest was even public. The fallout has been brutal. Fans are angry, sponsors are nervous, and entire franchises are now under scrutiny. It's not the first time the NBA has faced a gambling scandal. Just a year before, player Jonte Porter received a lifetime ban for a similar prop betting case. He admitted to manipulating game outcomes for financial gain. The pattern is disturbing. Small cracks in the system widening into full-blown corruption that now threatens to destroy decades of credibility. What makes this different, though, is scale. This isn't just about one or two rogue players. It's about organized criminal networks using NBA insiders to exploit a multi-billion-dollar betting industry. The numbers are staggering. According to the FBI, over $30 million has been traced through cryptocurrency wallets, shell companies, and offshore accounts. The money trail stretches from Las Vegas casinos to digital exchanges overseas, with funds laundered through fake consulting firms and fake endorsements. Federal prosecutors say this was not a side hustle. It was a shadow economy running parallel to professional basketball. For Billups, the consequences are devastating. Once celebrated as Mr. Big Shot, a hero of the 2004 NBA Finals and a respected coach, he now faces potential decades behind bars. His lawyers insist he's innocent, arguing that the government's case is built on unreliable witnesses and misinterpreted evidence. But prosecutors have wiretaps, fingerprint records on modified equipment, and hundreds of pages of financial transactions that they say prove otherwise. If convicted, Billups could serve up to 20 years for conspiracy and another 20 for money laundering. Rozier's situation is just as grim. If found guilty of manipulating games, his contract, worth over $26 million, will be voided immediately. The NBA Constitution leaves no room for debate. Proven game fixing means a lifetime ban. No appeals, no exceptions. The Heat would clear cap space, but the stain on the league's reputation will linger long after. The public reaction has been fierce. Legends like Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley have publicly condemned the accused, calling their actions a disgrace to the game. Barkley went on a fiery rant saying these aren't struggling athletes. They're millionaires risking everything for greed. "You're making $26 million a year," he said. "Why gamble with your career for pocket change?" It's a question every fan is now asking as the league faces the biggest crisis in its history. The damage extends far beyond the courtroom. In 2024 alone, Americans legally wagered nearly $150 billion on sports, with the NBA promoting betting partnerships throughout its broadcasts. Gambling isn't just tolerated, it's part of the entertainment. But now, that alliance feels dangerous. Commissioner Silver has already started pushing for stricter rules, including the potential elimination of prop bets entirely. It's a desperate attempt to restore confidence, but many say it's too late. The illusion of fair play has been shattered. Even more chilling is what this means for the future. The FBI has confirmed that their investigation is still ongoing, with more arrests expected in the coming months. That means more names, more teams, and potentially more superstars could fall next. Sources close to the investigation say there are at least 3 other active NBA players under federal surveillance, and multiple assistant coaches could face questioning. The NBA may be forced to revisit every suspicious game from the past 2 seasons. Fans, meanwhile, are left questioning everything. Was that last-minute substitution really strategy or part of a bet? Did that missed free throw cost a game or win someone millions? The line between coincidence and corruption has blurred completely, and while the league scrambles to contain the fallout, the damage to its image may be irreversible. As for the 24 clubs facing lifetime bans, the NBA hasn't released the full list publicly yet, but insiders claim they include organizations whose staff or affiliates had even indirect ties to the betting rings. It's a scorched earth policy meant to show zero tolerance, but it's also a sign of just how deep this corruption runs. For now, both Billups and Rozier maintain their innocence, each out on bond as their legal teams prepare for a high-profile trial expected to dominate headlines well into next year. The FBI has already hinted that plea deals could bring even more names to light, suggesting that this web of corruption may stretch far beyond what anyone imagined. October 23, 2025 will go down as the darkest day in NBA history, a day when greed, deception, and betrayal overshadowed the sport millions love. The league built its empire on competition and trust, but now that foundation has cracked wide open. Whether the NBA can ever rebuild that trust is uncertain. What is certain is this: the game will never be the same again.